Real Reason ASEAN supports the United States in fighting China's strategic in the South China Sea. Now, the United States is not trying to push ASEAN countries to choose sides in its strategic rivalry with China, which was heating up recently. And a senior U.S. foreign policy official has insisted, as the Western superpower continues to call out Beijing's aggressive bullying in the South China Sea region. America recently changed tack in its engagement with Southeast Asia, openly seeking leverage and also support from ASEAN countries to fight China aggression. And some countries as it continues to antagonize China, well in a geopolitical rivalry that has sparked a trade war and also spilled over into other global concerns, and also including the war on COVID-19. And recently, the shift in policy has not gone unnoticed, with several ASEAN countries and also individual member countries expressing no interest in getting involved and want to move away from those territories that raise tensions. The United States Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia and the Pacific, David Stilwell, he said that Washington wanted ASEAN countries to make choices that protected their own sovereign interests, not force them into picking sides. On Tuesday, David Stilwell told reporters in a telephonic briefing from Washington that the United States, I don't think, has ever forced a choice, he said. And Stilwell then called out China's track record of bullying behavior in the South China Sea territory and elsewhere, and also including in the Senkaku Islands region, a group of uninhabited islands claimed both by Japan and China. The Chinese are forcing a choice, Stilwell told, and he said nothing in an anecdote that a Chinese official had tried to get a Singaporean friend to choose sides. The United States had renewed its position by declaring China's claims as unlawful in past months. And the United States also moved to sanction Chinese state-owned companies in past months that it accuses of assisting with Beijing's military big buildup in the South China Sea. However, some ASEAN countries, not fully convinced will the policy shift has about the U.S. good intentions in the territory. The United States President Donald Trump failed to attend the ASEAN summit in Bangkok last year, which angered ASEAN members at the time, because opting to send minister-level officials in his place. And the American government has also yet to appoint an envoy to ASEAN since the beginning of the President Trump administration, that raising questions about its commitment to the region, and where experts say at the time showing up is half the battle. Meanwhile, China also has criticized the America for inciting tensions at a time when ASEAN and China are in talks to produce a code of conduct or called with COC in the South China Sea at the time. In fact, Deng Xijun, China's ambassador to ASEAN, accused the United States of being the main source of risks in the South China Sea region. And Deng Xijun also said what the United States has done is to drive a wedge between China and ASEAN countries, the diplomat said in a briefing in media on Monday. ASEAN and also China have been negotiating the COC at the time, which aims to set out some rules of engagement to prevent all-out conflict in the disputed waters region, Deng Xijun said. Strategically located at the heart of the Indo-Pacific territory, with the highly disputed South China Sea in its center, ASEAN countries has been a target of persuasion for both the United States and also China. And this matter most apparently of the various ASEAN, as ministerial meetings hosted virtually by Bloc Chair Vietnam last week. Wang Yi, Chinese Foreign Minister, and the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, they took turns staking their respective countries' position on a dispute over the South China Sea which was heating up until now without stopping. Now, the tense point is, Beijing has made sweeping claims over most of the South China Sea territory, and even Beijing rejected an international tribunal ruling that overruled them. And while Washington has sought to exercise freedom of navigation there in territory, their goals for keep its rival superpower from dominating the disputed waters. And recently, the dispute was addressed in the joint communique of the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting, an outcome document that must be agreed to by consensus, and also represents the stance of the region as a whole.